What is going on, collectors? Optical 20 back for another video review. Today we're going to take a look at Shoretrooper. I think it's Squad Leader is the name of this guy. And he is available now at bigbadtoystore.com. I'll put the link down below. $4 shipping, double box your item, and you pull it on a pile of loot so you can ship it all at once for $4. No extra charge. So if you're shipping like 9 hot toys, it is awesome for $4. So let's take a look at this packaging. It's generic. I mean, every Star Wars figure looks like this. So you see the inlay right here. It looks cool. You know, I've always wanted a Shoretrooper. Well, we've been playing this video game for a while now, and you know, that kind of inspired me to buy some troopers. And I took a picture of one. I think that was the Scout Trooper, and I just fell in love with it. So now I have 3 troopers. And this is one of those troopers where if you're a photographer, this is a dream because he can actually pose. He not unlike other troopers, you know, specifically First Order, which is no posability whatsoever. Now, this doesn't come with a lot. It comes with this gun that I don't know what you call this, and few hands here, a base, and that's pretty much it. You know, so if you're looking for some, you know, a trooper that's loaded, I don't even know if a thing exists. The only thing I can think of is the Clone Trooper, but yeah, you see the topper right here for the base, so you kind of like just put it on top. And this is the grabber, crotch grabber, so to speak. Oh no, this is the I don't even know what this is for, honestly. You put it on, you know, bottom of the base there. It doesn't really do much, so I am not sure why they even included that. And you got the crotch grabber in there, so that's pretty cool. And as far as accessories, comes with 2 fisted hands, 1 open palm hands. I guess this is to grab the gun, or relaxed hands, so to speak. You can see the, you know, the positioning of the fingers. That is to hold the barrel, the under barrel of the gun. And you got a trigger finger on the left hand, and I believe you have one on the right hand as well. And as far as the blaster, it looks cool. Again, I don't know what it's called. It looks like an actual gun, not those space guns that are blasters, I guess, if you want to call them. You got the texture on the grip. Looks pretty cool. Even at its stock, you know, you have that, well, you rest your face. Is that a flashlight? I guess. And you got a scope, which they do need. In fairness, these Shoretroopers actually do hit someone. So now this is from The Mandalorian and not from Rogue One. Even though I would say you could use it for Rogue One, technically, because there's like 3 Shoretroopers now, and they're one of the more popular troopers out there just because of their overall design. It looks really cool. The helmet, the armor itself, and the fact that, like I mentioned earlier, they could articulate. You can bend them on their knees, and you know, you could have them kneeling down, which is, back then it was, you know, something new for stormtroopers. And as far as the armor paint application, it is beautiful. So like I mentioned time and time, so the difference between this and the Grunt, he does have this half skirt, I don't even know what you call that, on the back, and he does have this blue stripe running across his chest all the way down to all the way to his shoulders, indicating that he is a squad leader. I know there's one more that has a bigger blue in his chest. That was from Rogue One, and I don't know his official title, but yeah, so there's 3 Shoretroopers out there. I might get a Grunt down the line. And moving down here, you see all the weathering on his armor plates, and most of his armor plates are movable. So you get a lot of range of articulation there, only if you move them around and not have them hit each other, because sometimes it would be hindered by that. But even so, let's say you scratch it or you drop this, because of the design, the overall look that it is weathered, it works well for collectors, because, you know, you're not worried about it being so pristine that, you know, you might scratch it or damage it. And now, I mean, let's be honest, all of us has some sort of OCD when it comes to these guys, and that would get mitigated, even though you might still have OCD with it, because you know that there's a scratch there. but at least it's not as visible as if this is all clean and pristine and, you know, shiny. kind of like the old school stormtroopers. And on the side here, you can see he does have an armor, which has a rubber, stretchable rubber at the end, so you could position this however you want. And his skirt on the back, I believe that is wired as well, so you can have them like looking like he's running and all that stuff. Head sculpt wise, it looks beautiful. One of the I guess for me, one of my favorite helmet designs for a stormtrooper outside of a scout trooper, because I really do like the look of that scout trooper. Of course, you can't replace the traditional stormtrooper. That is just iconic, but this is pretty cool. And correct me if I'm wrong, but it feels like they share the same almost mold as the tank trooper and transport trooper. So with just different colors, because I think the tank trooper that Hot Toys just released is all white, and transport is like green. So, but again, there might be subtle differences here and there, but it almost reminds me of that. Again, the weathering goes all the way to the helmet. Really has this grungy, dirty look to it. I love it. I think anytime that there's like a weathering or this scratches, it gives more depth to the figure. And as I mentioned earlier, articulation wise, so the head is, you know, in a ball joint, so you can, the neck is a separate piece included in the body, so you can pretty much freely move this guy around. The arms, there's a fabric suit underneath and it's not rubber, so there's, you know, nice range of motion there. And as you can see, the elbow pads are kind of hitting the body, but you can move it around. There's, you know, arm swivel. The legs, you can probably stretch this more than I'm willing to do so here, because I've seen the promotional shots where he is kneeling down. So you could, you know, I just don't want to test the limits of this guy here. You can brace the arm forward, bend the elbows pretty tight there. You can even bend it tighter than that. I mean, you gotta move the armor pieces, and you know, I'm trying to kick it as forward as possible. It's not as easy, you know, you still have to put some effort to it, but it is possible. Moving the arms forward as well, but you get the idea. This is not your typical first order stormtrooper, so I'll put him in a few poses here. Trust me, I tried putting him in a pose, like a kneeling pose, but again, I'm having some difficulty, and I don't really want to mess this guy up. So you do it at your own risk. But here he is. You know, you can see, look at this pose right here. That is just, you know, he's shooting with one hand. Not really practical. Not really practical. But hey, that's why they don't hit anyone. And here he is, you know, moving around here, just being a squad leader here. He's not even pointing the gun. And they're at Scarif, I believe that's the name of the beach. I just got the screenshots from the game. So here you go. Here he is, looking badass, looking pretty cool, and moving around here. And that's nice. You know, he has this presence in him. That's why I would still want to grunt, honestly. Here he is in the beach again. Man, this guy's is just running in the sand all day long. Must be nice. And I love this. I love this trooper. I like the overall design. I like the fact that it's poseable. It is a bit expensive at $230. I'm gonna maintain this. I feel like troopers shouldn't exceed $200, but that's not gonna happen in Hot Toys pricing unless they get a competitor. And this is him with the rest of my troopers. I still also have a first order stormtrooper that I didn't include here, but you get the idea. If you make them stand right next to each other, you can see he's not white at all. He's more this beige color, but it still, you know, manages pretty well with the rest of my stormtroopers here. And as you can see, look at how high he has his gun in, and almost looking at the scope at his gun, which is not possible back in the day. And there you go, guys. This is the Shoretrooper squad leader from Mandalorian. I personally love that show. That is what brought me to Star Wars. And we all are different in our own ways. Some are you know, the original trilogy, some are sequel trilogy. For me, it's the Mandalorian. So I got this piece. I just love Mandalorian. So, and I wanted a Shoretrooper. I wanted a stormtrooper that would pose, and I can do this, you know, poses and whatnot. And if you're a photographer, you know, you don't need to army build. You can just copy and paste these guys. So The thing is, this is a squad leader, so you want to have a grunt as well. So the idea was to buy a grunt down the line. This is not like the Commander Stormtrooper from Mandalorian, which you can just remove the pauldron, and now you have a leader and a regular trooper. The good news is they're not too expensive nowadays. You can find them a bit cheaper if you scour around, and I'm pretty sure that these troopers, with the way they are now, they will linger around for a while. So this is not what 2019 when these guys came out and the price just shot up. The Shoretrooper was like 500 to 700 back in the day, and because it was so rare. Now, yes, that is technically a different Shoretrooper, a different rank, but for a regular collector like myself, who's not a completionist, I would save a lot of money if I just buy this and not go after the Rogue One Shoretrooper. If I'm okay with that, you know. But if you're a completionist and a hardcore Star Wars fan and you missed out on that, the price is a bit lower now compared to what it was. But, you know, my imagination can play around that this is the, I don't even know what that is, Commander or whatever. But thank you for watching, guys. Hopefully you like this video. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next one.